So I wanted to ask you a little bit about your story. I know some of it, but I'm going to ask you anyway. With specifically your family and your mom and how important your family is to you. Tell me the story of those people in your life and how important they are.
Yeah, so it's kind of well documented. Came up from like rough past. We didn't have much growing up. It was just really my mom kind of keeping us together, and she did a lot for, making sure that we were where we needed to be and making sure everything was taken care of. But when it comes to what she did, like you think about how hard it is to go to law school. Like some people struggle doing that, just being a single 20-year-old. Yeah. And she was doing that with 6 kids, and she was like in her 30s. So. She's an amazing woman. She's done a lot for me, and I test a lot of my, my work ethic and kind of some of my mental traits to her, and just kind of growing up watching how hard she worked. I love all my brothers. Like, growing up, we were button heads all the time because we're in such confined spaces with just all 6 of us young boys. But now, like, you realize that at that time, we didn't really have anything but each other. Yeah. And now you're older and you're a little more mature and you realize how much your family means to you. So I'm super close with all my family. It's like awesome now whenever we get back home together. It's like crazy. So yeah, I love my family, and I think, honestly, all that I do is like for them and just making sure I'm making them proud and doing right by them.
You got to think that draft night's going to be a cool moment with all them, right?
For sure.
Thinking about that a little bit?
I have, yeah. I'm thinking I'll probably...
You guys know I love football. And this football season, I've been trying to find a new way to bet on sports. I'm sick of using casinos, the traditional way to do it. And I found the best way to do it, had to tell you guys about it. It's on Cut. Cut is the game-changing social betting platform. Look no further. This is where you gotta be. It's a peer-to-peer betting playground. So put your money where your mouth is. It's time to fire on sports on the best new app. I've been looking for a long time, and I found it. It's on Cut. Use my promo code ADAMB and get a 10% deposit match at cut.com. That's cut.com, Kutt.com. Use my code ADAMB for a 10% deposit match when you deposit money.
Go back home. I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but I want all my family to be there. Doesn't need it. I'm probably not going to have a crazy big party. Like, I'm not really that guy, as long as I got, the people that have been there along the way, like my coaches and a lot of people that kind of push me when I need a little bit of pushing, as long as those people are there, I think I'll be really happy with it.
You just said pushing when you need a little pushing. What was a moment, you've had so many good moments in your career at Penn State. What was a moment that you had some adversity and you felt like you needed some of that pushing? Yeah,
I think probably after freshman year, obviously COVID was really tough.
Yeah.
I had shoulder issues as soon as I stepped foot on campus. So I think that was like really tough for me. I came in, kid from Canada, never played American football, adjusting to being a college student, adjusting to having an injury a serious injury for the first time. So like that was like a really hard time for me, just figuring out all these different things all at once at such a young age. So it took me getting there and just really leaning on, the support system I had at school, my coach at the time, some of the older guys in the room, like Pat was kind of an older guy in the room. Like I looked to him a lot of how he worked in his process, because I'm like, well, that guy's like a bona fide draft pick. Like I'm gonna see how he handles his business, and that's what I did. So I think during that time, like right before COVID and during COVID, is when I did a lot of my growing and developing, and ultimately led me to play my freshman year.
Yeah. What was that transition like from Canada, going to State College in Pennsylvania?
You guys know I love football. And this football season, I've been trying to find a new way to bet on sports. I'm sick of using casinos, the traditional way to do it. And I found the best way to do it, had to tell you guys about it. It's on Cut. Cut is the game-changing social betting platform. Look no further. This is where you gotta be. It's a peer-to-peer betting playground. On Cut, you can bet against your friends, bet against fellow fans on sports, politics, pop culture, and much more. It's much better than just regular sports books. Cut handles payments, so no more chasing friends for money, no more talking to a bookie, hassle-free betting at its finest. And the best part, no more faceless casinos. It's personal and it's exciting. You can customize odds for what you want to bet on. Tailor your bets with fully customizable odds. It's your game. in your rules on cut. Also, we get lower VIG on cut. Much lower VIG for a better betting experience for everybody, more winnings and less hassle. One of my favorite parts of cut is the social features. You can dive into group chats, betting leaderboards, head-to-head history, and user profiles. It's like having a group of friends on a betting platform and betting against them if you want. Your betting experience just got a major upgrade when you use cut. I didn't even mention yet the rewards that you get on the cut app. You get cash back every time you bet against your friends. The more you bet, the more you earn. It is a win-win for everyone. Cut is legal in 40 plus states, which I love because I'm traveling so much. It's hard to find sports books that are legal in most states. 40 plus states for cut, including those without traditional sports books. So put your money where your mouth is. It's time to fire on sports on the best new app. I've been looking for a long time and I found it. It's on Cut. Use my promo code ADAMB and get a 10% deposit match at cut.com. That's cut.com, KUTT.com. Use my code ADAMB for a 10% deposit match when you deposit money. Again, cut.com, KUTT. Get a 10% deposit match when you use my code ADAMB. And guys, supporting our sponsors helps us so much, helps me personally be able to travel around the country and bring on amazing guests. So go support Cut today.
What was that transition like from Canada, going to State College in Pennsylvania? I mean, even just the cultural part, but also the football part. I mean, no offense to Canadian football.
Yeah, no, I don't take offense at all. Like, we'll always talk about like who has the best, like who played the best football in high school, and I'm like super silent. In
yeah, you can't say a word.
I don't even try to like start the conversation. It was definitely a transition for sure. There's obviously a lot of major rule changes. Like you can run 15 yards from behind the line of scrimmage before a snap, and the goalpost is at the front of the end zone, and you can run a post from the three. I ran a post from the 3-yard line and caught it in the back of the end zone. Like it's 20-yard end zones. Yeah. So there's some things like that are different. But I played 7-on-7. Like I live like 10 minutes from Detroit, so I played 7-on-7 in the Detroit area. I played against Kalen King, Jay Reed, Kobe, all when I was in high school. So I'm really thankful that I did that because it kind of helped acclimate me to the rules, so it wasn't like a complete shock. Like probably for Malik Mega, like it was probably a complete shock for him. So it wasn't as crazy for me, but it was definitely a transition, especially being in the States and going to an American university, a very prominent university. Like being around all these different people was definitely like a little bit of a culture shock. It wasn't too bad though.